Within the past few years, green products have made an overwhelming surge into our lives. The concept of green consumerism has exploded and made a dramatic impact in the lives of consumers. Consumers will almost buy anything if it claims to help save our planet from ultimate destruction, which unfortunately takes away from the gravity of the issue. In general, who would dare argue against going green? But take a look at the environmental impact of green consumerism. It has moved from a vital issue in our society to nothing more than a fashion or fad that in turn obscures the real issues affecting our planet, and many companies will not hesitate to market on it. As it may come as a surprise, green consumerism actually took flight in the late 1980s. Article after article featured plethora of information promising to offer advice on what was supposedly acceptable green products. For most of us, the current ways we've seen the nation go green are a sign of progress. The mounds of environmentally friendly products on the market prove consumers' interest in purchasing. Whether the manufacturers are acting out of genuine environmental interest or simple financial interest in meeting consumer demand should be a concern. In an article written by Julia Layton, she looks at the pros and cons of green consumerism and examines whether we really can affect change simply by altering our buying habits. No, the question is not easy, but we can begin to ask this: what do you, the consumer, want to achieve by buying green? Unfortunately, green consumerism can mean victimized and exploited masses of buyers viewing misleading advertising which instincts on environmental matters. It sees manufacturers, together with the high priests of overconsumption, adapting to environmental concerns as if they were merely a new fashion trend to conquer before moving on. Some activists believe green consumerism might actually hurt the green movement instead of helping it. There's an inherent problem with green consumerism. It's an oxymoron. Consumerism, the concept of making purchases and establishing your identity with the things you choose to buy, is simply bad for the environment. When it comes down to it, what we buy is manufactured from other means from our Mother Earth. Manufacturing and shipping items to stores requires energy. With green products popping up, we are being offered a way of foregoing sacrifice while still feeling like we're helping the earth. Retailers are pretty much free to decide for themselves on the eco-friendliness of their product, so to speak. And some may even make the mistake of overstatement in order to capitalize on the trend. It's a retail decision, known as greenwashing. Indeed, there are businesses genuinely committed to creating a cleaner, greener, and better place to live, but many more only see environmental as a convenient word to slap on products. Buy our products, they say, and you will end global warming and improve air quality. Such statements stretch the truth and, worse, help conceal corporate behavior. TerraChoice is a science-based marketing firm helping clients convert genuine environmental leadership into winning strategy, communications, and positioning. TC conducted studies in 2007, 9, and 10 and found that more than 95% of consumer products claiming to be green have committed at least one of the 7 sins of greenwashing. Sin of no proof, an environmental claim that cannot be substantiated by easily accessible supporting information or by a reliable third-party certification. Common examples are facial tissues or toilet tissue products that claim various percentages of post-consumer recycled content without proving evidence. Sin of vagueness, a claim that is so poorly defined or broad that its real meaning is likely to be misunderstood by the consumer. All natural is an example. Arsenic, uranium, mercury, and formaldehyde are all naturally occurring and poisonous. All natural isn't necessarily green. Sin of irrelevance, an environmental claim that may be truthful but is unimportant or unhelpful for consumers seeking environmentally preferable products. CFC free is a common example, since it's a frequent claim despite the fact that CFCs are banned by law. The use of terms such as environmentally friendly or environmentally safe should be avoided, as few, if any, products could justify a claim that they are totally free of adverse effects. Almost all products have some adverse impact on the environment in relation to their manufacture, packaging, use, or disposal. Now let's look at this issue on an international level. It is expressed that big international companies and multinational companies like Coca-Cola set up their base in Asian and African countries, as here they get plenty of raw materials and plenty of cheap labor. They also do not always follow the set safety rules required in their product in their home country. The company has been alleged to use plenty of locally available water from common resources, creating a scarcity of the same in Indian states like Kerala and Rajasthan, affecting the farming practices there and also their food supply. Stephanie Long looks at consumerism and evaluates it in the Asian Pacific region. She reported that in developing countries, price and quality remain the most important factors for consumers when choosing between products from different brands, and environmentally friendly is becoming a more and more influential factor, and green consumerism has become a growing trend. Going green is more than fashion statement. It's real consideration for what and how we use Earth's resources. As consumers, we have experienced the bombardment from markets and industries to join the green movement. But you have to ask yourself the right questions.